Hello my lovelies, I'm Sarah Jane Critchley. I'm the author of A Different Joy, and I help autistic people and their families to live better, happier and more fulfilled lives. So what we're going to talk about today is I wanted to talk about exercise. Now we all know that it's really good advice to go out and exercise and you feel better in your body, and then that's wonderful, but how many of us actually do it? Well, have you ever struggled with that? Have you ever wondered how on earth to get out every day? Have you ever wondered how you can get your children out every day? Have you ever wondered how to get out the people you work with every day? It's really good advice, but how do we actually do it in reality? Well, I've got some ideas for you today. Things that we've tried and things that you might be interested in. The first piece of advice, which is quite common, is try to walk outside for 20 to 30 minutes every day. Now this was one that I struggle with from time to time. I'm out and about a lot, but we discovered in our family that when we actually exercise more regularly, we're calmer, we're happier, we're less anxious. So when we don't build those things into our day, then we tend to start at a higher level of anxiety to start, and then as things happen, as they do, life happens, you kind of get more anxious, and then you tip out over into really concerning behaviours and feelings much quicker. So what the exercise does is that lowers that level down and it makes life easier to cope with. So how do we actually fit that 20 to 30 minutes in every day? Well, I used to drive my kids to school, partly because it was really difficult for them to get in and they were having a really rough time, and I felt really sorry for them and I wanted to support them. But actually what we've discovered is that that process of actually having to walk, plodding your way up the hill, because it is up a hill, up a hill every day, really helps to lower anxiety for the one who's still at school. Now that gives us a bit of a problem for the one who doesn't actually have to leave the house to attend because she's homeschooling, she's doing her A-levels online. So how do we work that into her day? Well, the rule is you have to get out of the house every day for 20 to 30 minutes. So she got into a habit of going out and walking, even if it was only around the block a few times, to get that exercise going. And from being in a position where she was incredibly poorly, in bed, struggling, out of breath when we just walked into town, which is a 10-minute walk, she's now powering her way through and is much healthier, and now has even asked for a membership to the gym and goes to the gym twice a week, and then she's working her way through different pieces of equipment. It's fantastic, and that's all her being motivated because she can feel how that hard physical exercise is actually working on her body. Which brings us to the next bit of core advice, is that we should exercise until we're out of breath. Now that doesn't mean until you feel like you're about to have a heart attack and you can't breathe at all. That means you have to actually do something that creates enough resistance to make you feel like you're actually working. You need to have your heart rate elevated, your breathing needs to get deeper and more, work at a deeper level. That way you get more oxygen into your body, your anxiety level can slowly lower. I know sometimes when I'm incredibly anxious, you start breathing much shallower. So it's really important to make those breaths deeper. And I'll explain something else that can help with that shortly. So sometimes one of the things that I've come across, a piece of advice that I've seen, which I found really useful, is if you're sitting there and you're ruminating, you're going over and over a really unhelpful thought, or you're beginning to feel more anxious, and if you're in a place where you can do so safely, then one of the really good tips is just, if you need a quick start, a quick reboot, quick hit of energy, run in place for 1 minute. So that means standing there really fast, set yourself a timer and just go. If you want to dance for a minute, that's fantastic too. Anything that's fun, that is different and gets you out of your head and into your body. It's about grounding, it's about being in your body, being part of you and identifying with that. A really next important principle: you move more often, chase each other more often, play more often, just have fun with it. So exercise doesn't have to be a really worthy thing. It doesn't have to be a, oh, I've got to go and do something at the gym. It can be whatever you want it to be that's physically active. If you've got a dog, fantastic. The dog will get you out of the house. It will give you an opportunity to walk. If you love to play badminton, then go and play badminton. If you love to swim, go swim. If you love to sail, go sailing. If you love to sit at home and meditate, that's not going to do the exercise bit, so you still need to get out, okay? Which brings me on to my last bit. But sorry, the point I was trying to make with that one is you must do whatever you enjoy doing. And if you're not sure, sign up for a gym for a short period. One of those lovely deals now where you can just have a month-on-month rolling contract. You don't have any long-term commitment, and try a few classes. Just try something different. What we know for habit maintenance is if you want to keep a habit going more often, what you need to do is to find somebody who will hold you accountable. So ideally, go with a friend, if you can find one, or report back, or sign on to an online group, something that will keep you having to report the progress that you're making, so that when you go, you get the feedback that you've done it. Some of the other lovely things, I've got friends who are doing really well with the Couch to 5K app, because that's progressive and because you get little badges for the next stage that you get onto. So that's a really good way of doing that. And they're available free. You can get them on apps, and there's a BBC website as well that you can get those from. So I'll try and put the link in the comments bit down below. And finally, my personal favourite, breathe and move. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing is really, really important. Don't underestimate the importance of breath to your well-being. When we get panicky and we get scared and we get overwhelmed, your breathing gets shallower and you find it much harder to actually be grounded. You find it much harder to deal with things. So if all else fails and you can't move, just close your eyes and breathe. Just take a nice deep breath in. Hold it for 2 seconds and then breathe out for 3. 1, 2, 3. Next time, breathe in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2. Breathe out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The idea is you're breathing more, getting more oxygen in. You're calming your fight or flight system, and you're also getting more oxygen into your body so you can react better. And do that for 1 minute at least. If you close your eyes, you're also reducing the sensory stimulation that's going into your brain, which gives your brain a chance to recover as well. And that pulls your parasympathetic system down. It means you can relax more easily. These are just things that work for us, not medically endorsed. Some of them come from research, some of them don't. Give them a try. They will do you no harm. None of this will do you any harm. It's about giving you tools to enable you to function better. I'd love to know what you do that works for you. Do you love, I don't know, roller skating or ice skating or whatever. Tell me what you love to do best, and let me know the impact that it has on you. Because what we've seen in our family is that we are calmer, we are happier, and for me, a daily yoga practice every morning, first thing I do when I get out of bed is to get hot lemon and water, no honey, and then just go and do a nice 20 to 30 minute yoga practice where I breathe, move and relax. And now I'm going to have to go off and do my minute out of walking, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, take care, lots of love to all of you, speak to you soon, bye.